What's up, Realtors? Lofty is cooking again, and back-to-back just dropped update 4.5 right after 4.4. And the feature everybody's probably going to notice first is the ability to now text commands directly to the AI agent. And yeah, that's pretty cool. You can tell it to pause outreach. You can tell it to focus on certain leads. You can tell it to stop sending you the daily brief. You can even rename the thing through a text message. So that one is clearly the attention grabber in this update. But honestly, it's not the feature that I care about the most. The feature that I think will help most Lofty users right away is the new email bounce visibility. And this one is awesome, guys, because if you've used Lofty for any amount of time, you've probably seen this happen. You go into a lead profile and the email's marked as bounced or invalid. That tells you the email didn't go through, but it doesn't tell you why the hell it failed. Was the email fake? Was it typed wrong? Was the inbox full? Did the lead mark one of your emails as spam? These are completely different problems. And for a long time, from our side of the CRM, they all kind of look the same. So with update 4.45, it's not one of those updates where you're going to log in and feel like the entire CRM changed overnight, which is good because there's a lot of changes happening and it's honestly getting a little confusing for a lot of people. So this is more like Lofty cleaning up everyday stuff that probably should have already been done a long time ago. And that stuff matters, especially if you actually use Lofty every single day like I do. So let's get into the 4 major changes that matter. I want to start with the email bounce update because I really do think this might be the most useful feature in the entire release. And I know that sounds boring. Nobody wakes up in the morning like, hell yeah, dude, I can't wait to troubleshoot email deliverability today. But it is one of those boring CRM problems that can actually impact your business. If emails are failing and you don't know why, then it's hard to know what to do next. What do? Do you correct the address? Do you leave it alone? Do you call the lead? Do you remove the email from the entire system? Do you remove the email from the suppression? Do you stop trying to email them all together? Those are all different decisions. And before this update, Lofty could show you that an email bounced or that an address was invalid, but it didn't always give you enough detail to understand what actually happened. And now with update 4.45, Lofty's giving us the specific bounce reason when we hover over the email status inside the lead profile. And that's huge. I've been waiting for this for a long time. So there are 8 different bounce types that can show up. And I'm not going to sit here and read every technical definition like we're studying for some email clarification. The point is simple. Lofty's finally telling us what kind of email problem we're dealing with instead of just slapping a bounce label on the lead and leaving us to guess the rest. An invalid domain probably means the domain was typed wrong or doesn't exist. A temporary bounce could mean the mailbox was full when Lofty tried to send the message. An account being locked doesn't automatically mean the email address itself is bad forever. And a complaint means that the person previously marked one of your emails as spam. So those are all not the same problem, right? So they shouldn't be handled the same way. And that's exactly why this update matters. Now you can look at the actual reason before deciding what to do next. And for certain suppression related issues, Lofty's also giving us the ability to remove the email address from the suppression list ourselves. That applies to permanent failures, suppressed emails, and invalid domains. You can do that directly from the tooltip or while you're composing the email. When the suppression is removed through the email composer, Lofty says the email should automatically send after roughly 10 minutes or so. And that's actually pretty useful. But this is also one of those places where we need to use common sense. Just because Lofty gives you a button doesn't mean you should click it every single time an email fails. You want to look at the reason first. You want to check the spelling of the email and just make sure that the domain's real. And think about whether this person actually expects to receive an email from you. Because repeatedly trying to force emails through a bad address can hurt your overall deliverability and damage your email reputation. And you don't want emails going to spam across your entire database because you kept trying to push messages to addresses that should have been left alone. So the one that I would be most careful with is the new send anyway option when the bounce reason is complained. Because complained means the recipient previously marked one of your emails as spam. Lofty will give you a warning, but it will still allow you to override that warning and send the email. So I'd be super duper careful with that one because somebody marking your emails as spam is not the same as their inbox being temporarily full. That person took an action that told their email provider they don't want you to send to them. Now, there might be a legitimate reason to email that person again. Maybe you already have an active relationship with them. Maybe there's a transaction involved. Maybe there's something very important that needs to be sent, or maybe they accidentally hit unsubscribe. So I wouldn't use send anyway as a permission to throw that person right back into some giant automated marketing campaign, because that's where agents will get themselves into trouble. Lofty also makes it clear that sending the email anyway does not automatically resubscribe the lead. So it does give you more control, but it does not remove your responsibility to use that control correctly. And then there's also a new email not verified status. So when an email is flagged as invalid during a lead import, Lofty will show email not verified instead of treating it exactly like an address where an email was sent and bounced. And that distinction matters because we've all put leads into there and tried to send a welcome email and realized the welcome email doesn't come out because it bounced right away. And that was just because it wasn't verified. And an important email that's never been verified is way different from email addresses where Lofty actually attempted to deliver the email and then it failed. So if you're cleaning up an older database, this gives you a way better idea of what you're actually looking at. And for agents with thousands of old leads, purchased data, manually imported contacts, or smart plans running across the database, this email update is gonna make cleanup way easier. Like I said, it's not flashy, and it's not the feature people are gonna go make the biggest deal about, but I really do think this feature will probably help the most Lofty users right away. Now let's talk about the AI sales agent text commands. Lofty is now allowing us to send commands to the AI sales agent through text messages. You can reply directly to one of the messages the AI sales agent sends you, including the daily brief, or you can start a new text conversation whenever you want. You don't have to have some specific programming language. You don't have to memorize a bunch of commands. You just text what it is that you want to do in your normal language. So Lofty does give some examples like, hey, stop following these leads, or go ahead and pause outreach for now, or focus only on buyers. And the sales agent is supposed to understand that instruction and go ahead and make that change internally. And as mentioned, you can also control the daily brief and weekly brief through text. So you could say something like, stop sending me the daily brief, and that change should happen without you having to open up the settings. You can also rename the sales agent the same way. You could tell it, hey, call yourself Mary from now on. And that becomes the name your leads will see when the sales agent reaches out. And that new name will also show inside your CRM timeline. Now, this is one of those updates that sounds simple, but it actually points to where all of this software is going. Most CRMs force you to work the way the software was built, find the right settings page, click the right menu, toggle the right switch, and hope you change the right thing. And if you don't know where the setting lives, you either waste your time digging around or you just don't change it at all. So what Lofty's trying to do here is let you manage your AI in plain English. Instead of digging through settings, you text the thing and tell it exactly what you want. And that's a pretty cool direction. I honestly think it's the direction that a lot of CRMs need to go. We need to be more of a CEO telling the CRM what to do than having to go in there like a worker and do it ourselves. The AI should understand the goal and handle the technical part in the background. I like that. But you guys know me. I'm not going to pretend that this means that you should blindly trust it. I have been pretty critical of the Lofty AI sales agent, and it has gotten significantly better, but I still think that agents need to watch the conversations it's having and understand what it's doing inside the database, because AI can still push too quickly towards booking an appointment. It can keep following up when the lead probably needs some space. The messaging may not always line up with the way you personally handle your clients. So being able to text the AI and tell it to adjust its behavior makes the system a lot easier to manage. And that's a good thing. But it still doesn't automatically mean the behavior was correct in the first place. And it doesn't mean the AI understood your command the exact way that you meant it. And most importantly, it still doesn't understand everything about you and how you sell. So that's why I would test this feature before trusting it across your entire database. Give it a very clear instruction and look at what it changes. Watch the following conversations after it makes those changes and make sure that it understood exactly what you meant, because there can be a pretty big difference between what the agent intended and how an AI interprets that short message. So for example, you tell the sales agent to focus on buyers only. What happens to the sellers it was already communicating with? Does it pause those conversations? Does it remove those leads from the sales agent? Does the change affect every lead or only the leads it still thinks are sellers? And what if the lead is both buying and selling? So that's the kind of stuff that you want to know before you start texting broad commands to something that is actively talking to your leads. And you want to think about the same thing with pausing outreach. Telling the AI to pause outreach sounds simple, but you still need to confirm what outreach was actually paused. Did it pause all follow-ups? Did it only pause one lead? Or did it pause an entire group of leads? Did it affect future messages but leave current tasks alone? These details matter, right? The feature is powerful because it makes the system easier to manage, but that's also where agents can get themselves into trouble. When something is that easy, people stop thinking through what the command is actually going to change. And Lofty's trying to make the sales agent feel less like an automation and more like something you can actually manage. So you can text it, you can give it directions, you can adjust priorities while it's working. That is a big improvement over an automation that quietly runs in the background and gives you no convenient way to adjust it. But the human still needs to be the manager behind this. So don't let the AI run for 3 months without checking what it's saying just because you can now send it a text message. You still need to manage the entire thing. Now, let's talk about the Smarter Sales Agent Daily Brief. The sales agent can send you a morning text messages that summarizes what happened with your leads the previous day. It'll give you a recap of the activity. It's going to recommend one lead that deserves your attention. And it includes the link to the full sales agent dashboard when you need more context. The main change here is that Lofty will only send the daily brief when there was meaningful activity the previous day. So if the sales agent didn't do anything with your leads, you won't get some pointless message the next morning telling you that nothing happened. And I'm actually a fan of that. We already get enough text messages, so the last thing we need is one coming through saying, hey, I don't need to tell you anything, right? CRM notifications can already turn noisy really fast. And if the software keeps texting you when nothing happened, eventually you're gonna stop paying attention to it. And then when something actually matters, you miss it because it looks like all the other automated garbage. So by only sending the brief when there's real activity, that message should carry a little bit more weight with it. Lofty's also keeping the recommendation focused on one lead instead of dumping a list of 10 supposedly hot opportunities into your morning text. In theory, that gives you one clear action. You read the update, you look at the recommended lead and decide whether or not you want to jump into the conversation. I really like the simplicity, but I would still review the context before blindly accepting the AI's recommendation. Use the brief as a heads up, not a gospel. All right. AI can still hallucinate, and the daily brief is based on what the sales agent did and the activity it saw. So that doesn't necessarily mean the recommended lead is the most important person in your entire business. You might have another lead that actually called you. You might have an active client with the deadline coming up, and you might have somebody inside a separate smart plan showing way more intent. So please just don't treat the daily brief like the AI has complete awareness of everything happening in your world, because it doesn't. But as a quick morning heads up, I like it. So a short recap, one lead recommendation, and the option to dig deeper is probably enough for a morning text. Now, the final update is the Smart Plan Auto Task Editing improvement. This one's not flashy either, but it solves a real workflow problem. Support automated tasks created through the Smart Plan can now be edited directly from the lead detail page. And the important part is what happens after you change the timing. When you move one of those tasks, the following Smart Plan actions for that individual lead can shift to maintain the original sequence. So let's say a Smart Plan gives you a task to call the lead today. The lead texts you and says they're going out of town and asks you to call them next week. So you move the call task from today to next Tuesday. Before this update, the remaining Smart Plan steps could keep running on the original schedule. So an automated email might still go out tomorrow. Another task might show up before the conversation you just postponed. And now your automation is not matching the real conversation anymore. And that's how CRMs start making us look dumb. The lead says, call me next week, and then your system keeps blasting them like nothing happened. So with this update, when you adjust the timing of a supported task, the following actions will move with that adjustment. And the change only applies to that specific lead. So it's not like it messes up your entire Smart Plan template. And it also doesn't change the schedule for every other person enrolled in the campaign. And that's how Smart Plans should work. Give me a structure, but then let me adjust around the actual human being that I'm talking to. Because real people don't always move through a campaign according to the perfect schedule we built inside our CRM. Somebody's always going to get busy. Their timelines are going to change, and they ask you to follow up after a specific date because they go on vacation, right? Life happens. And you should be able to adjust the plan around that person without rebuilding the whole campaign or creating a completely separate version of it. So this is giving us more flexibility while keeping the sequences intact. But I would still be careful when moving automated tasks. You want to check the following steps so you understand what Lofty shifted. Make sure an email or a text didn't get pushed into a time that no longer makes sense, because automation is great when it follows the actual conversation. It becomes a problem when the campaign keeps running like it has no idea what the lead just told you. And that is the real common theme across update 4.45. Lofty's giving us more direct control over the automation. We can see why the emails are failing. We can text instructions to the sales agent. We can adjust a smart plan task without screwing up the sequence for everybody else. And even the daily brief is being cleaned up so it only shows up when there's something worth looking at. So none of these features eliminate the need for the agent to pay attention. They just make it easier for us to understand what the system's doing and step in when something needs to change. So out of everything in this update, I think the email bounce optimization will help the most people right out the gate. It's the least sexy feature, but it solves a major problem that every single Lofty user has run into. The ability to command the sales agent through the text has the most long-term potential, and that feature could become extremely powerful as the AI agent gets better at understanding more complicated instructions. But right now, I would treat it exactly like I would treat a new employee. Give it a very clear direction, check the work, and then correct it when the result doesn't match what you intend. The daily brief should help cut down on pointless notifications, and the auto task editing improvement makes smart plans a little less rigid. So overall, I think Lofty 4.45 is a solid cleanup update. It's not some giant system overhaul, and honestly, I'm completely fine with that. Not every update needs to introduce some massive new feature. They're already dropping enough on us that it's hard to keep up, which is why I do these videos every single week. And sometimes I'd rather see them fix the everyday problems inside the CRM than add another shiny objects that agents aren't going to use because other pieces are still broken. So do me a favor and drop Lofty in the comments and let me know which one of these updates that you actually care about. And I'm also curious if you guys are more interested in the AI text commands or the email bounce cleanup. I'm also going to be testing the text commands with the sales agent to see how accurately it follows the instructions and what actually happens to the leads after those changes are made. So make sure you like the video and subscribe so you don't miss that walkthrough or the next Lofty update. And full disclosure, when I test these are going to be on fake leads that I'm going to be responding to because YouTube doesn't want me showing real lead data here, guys, but I want to make sure that you guys can see kind of what's going on over here. So stay tuned for that. Hit me up in the comments if you got any questions or anything like that. And if you're just thinking about getting onto Lofty and you haven't made your decision yet, then drop a comment below. We can jump on a call. I can go over the system with you and we can see if this is a good fit. So thank you so much for staying with me. And until next time, I'll see you guys later.